Hey, what is up, guys? It's Cliff with Pink Flamingo Power Wash. I'm back with a brand new video for you guys. Today we're working in Odessa, Florida. We're gonna be doing some pavers. We have to strip, sand, and seal. So it's gonna be a nice little project. My truck is still down. You know, still the same week. All these videos you guys see me with the one, with his rig, it's all in the same week. We just been working every day. So the truck should be up and running in no time. So if you haven't yet, subscribe, like, leave a comment. If you got any questions, just drop it in the comment section. You guys know I answer all my questions. I want to show you guys what we're going to be doing as far as stripping the pavers, what we're going to be using, which the stripper itself, we're going to be using the stripper cast blue bucket from Deco. Pretty good stripper. It works really well. Typically when I put it down, 30 minutes, I'm ready to strip. I had a set of pavers last year. I had to strip them like a couple of times because they had so many layers of stripper. So it was what it was. I had to do I had to do it like 3 times to get it right. But it's all good. So these pavers around the pool, there's a chlorine pool and a koi pond back there as well. So we're not gonna be using no SH. I normally do the pool cage, but not today. If I do the pool cage, I just blow it off with water and rinse it off for them. But I would not be using the SH back there. So let me show you guys what the pavers look like. All right, guys, this is the back of the house. You guys can see we got some nice koi fish in there. We're not gonna use no SH. Over here is the saltwater pool. We're gonna strip these pavers here. They haven't been sealed. Well, they have been sealed like 2 years ago, so it's time to get them refreshed and looking good. We do have some look like calcium build up around a few of the pavers where the water settles around the drain. We might have to clean that up with something different. You can see the white stuff right here. So the water definitely pools around. We got a few shifting pavers as well. So the same thing over here with the white stuff around the pavers. It's closer to the house where the water settles. The customer said that he's gonna replace a few of the pavers. I just heard one move when I was walking over here. I'm not sure which one it was, but he said he's gonna replace one that's cracked, which was over here, somewhere over here. There was a cracked paver. He wants to replace that one when we clean. We'll get done stripping. So we're gonna apply the stripper. Right now it's 8:27. We should be done in a few minutes as far as applying it, and then we're gonna give it some dwell time to do its thing before we start stripping. We're gonna use the turbo nozzle to get everything done. Y'all stay tuned. All right, we're gonna apply our stripper. Put a nice layer on there, and be careful when you're walking because it will be slippery and slimy. Back here is kind of shaded, so you don't really have to worry too much about the stripper actually drying on us. Typically you got to worry about it drying, and then you know, you have to mist a little bit of water or respray it just a tiny bit to keep it wet, keep it moist. So you don't want the stripper to dry up on you. This customer here hired me because they see my work on YouTube, So that's why he hired me. And I appreciate it. All right, we just got done spraying the pavers with the stripper. Right now it is 8:38. Like I said, I like to give it about 30 minutes, which if you guys can see on the video itself, how over here is already turning white. That's how you know the stripper is activating the old sealer. When you start turning white like this here, compared to over here, you can see it's kind of still dark. But it's gonna work its way, work its magic. And we'll come back and do a test and see what it looks like in about 30 minutes. Like I say, you don't want it to dry. In the bucket of water, the bucket that I was using, we used the whole thing. It wasn't full. I had like a half a bucket. I put water in there, so if it starts to dry too fast, I just mist it with a little bit of water just to keep it moist, so it doesn't dry up on us. So we're gonna give it about 15 minutes and keep an eye on it, and I might have to spray it again with a little bit of water when we come back. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be back around 8:55. Stay tuned. All right, we're back. Right now, 8:58. I just mixed it with a little bit of water. You can see this side was kind of darker. Now it's starting to turn white, just like this area right here. This side right here had the fail sealer. You could see it right away pretty much. So you can see it's starting to creep up and turn white all over. Same thing over here, it's starting to creep up. You can see it right here. So once all this starts to turn white, you don't have to wait for the whole entire thing, because by the time you start over here, this side right here be ready to go. So I'm gonna give it another 15 minutes. So at 9:15, I'll start to strip the pavers, because over here it's definitely ready to rock. So I just sprayed it with some water, just to keep it a little bit moist, so I can let this area catch up. All right, y'all, it's time to get the stripping on the road. Right now it is 9:16. We're gonna blast everything off, shooting it that way. That's the only exit. Well, not only exit, they have a door there, but we're not gonna walk on this deck part right there, especially with stripper underneath boots. So we're gonna use that exit only. Unless we rinse our feet off, then we walk there. We'll use the turbo nozzle for this job with the 4 GPM. You can see it right here. All right, let's go. starting the strip, I missed the spot. It was too much suds. I couldn't tell where I stopped. So you guys can see the difference from the strip area to the white area. Over here, we can see it better. So this is strip. This is not. That's all the failed sealer, the old sealer. Like I said, you want to keep it wet. I don't know if you guys saw me. I sprayed it down a little bit just to mist it, to keep it wet. You don't want the stripper to dry. Like I keep saying that because it's very vital. So the one's gonna try to push some of this water out of here because they have a lot of you know, bad drainage along this side here. So we want to push this out of here so it's not, you know, in our way. And also rinse down the walls, rinse down the windows. You don't want that stuff to dry on there. If it gets on there, it's not gonna strip the paint right away, guys. I know some people's gonna ask. If you're negligent and you're not rinsing stuff down, then something will happen. But the overspray that gets on there with the water diluting the stripper, it's not gonna be enough to strip paint off the wall. So you wanna still rinse it off just to be safe. Alright guys, we're going along pretty well. The one is taking a turn on the turbo nozzle, getting this old sealer off. It is time consuming, but we have to do this to make sure we get the best results. You can't apply sealer to the old sealer like when it's fading like that. It's not gonna look right. So you have to pick it up. And you can just use water to get it off. You have to use a stripper to soften and take off the old sealer. We're about almost halfway through right now. So we just got this little piece right here and this little outdoor right here area where it flows out. We'll leave and come back and give some time to dry. The sun is coming out from over here and we got trees over here, so it may take a little while to dry. If it does, you may just come back tomorrow to seal it, but I think we may be okay. We started right around 9:15, so a little bit over 30 minutes so far. Y'all, we just got done stripping the pavers. We're just going back through just to make sure we know little nicks and spots that we may have missed, just to double back and make sure everything is completely off. Because the first time you have a lot of studs on the pavers, you may miss some areas. So it's good to just go back and do a second pass. If the pavers started drying up, what you can do is wet them down with some water. Then it's gonna expose the white areas where you missed the old sealer. Because if it dries up, a lot of times you're not gonna see it. So we just wet it down and then we go back and touch up whatever we missed. I'm gonna show you an example, like over here. See, I missed this spot right here. Got a little bit of sealer. Oh, that's water. And that's water. See, that's sealer right there. That's what you want to go back and hit everything one more time. Yes, stuff does get in the pool. You can avoid it. Most of my customers that get their paver sealed, they always have a full service come the next day because it's impossible to stop everything from going in the pool. Especially if you're stripping too. All right, guys, everything is stripped now. You guys can see what the pavers look like. Pretty close to what it's gonna look like when we're done. You guys can see all that white stuff that was in between the pavers. It was all gone. That was mostly over here by the drainage areas and low-lying spots. Right now, she is looking pretty good. What you guys think? Give me a thumbs up if you're liking this kind of content. You guys stay tuned. We'll be back. All right, guys, we're back to finish this job here. We have to sand these pavers and apply 2 coats. This is what we're looking at right now. See, they're dried and pale looking. So we're gonna give them some good color with 2 coats of sealer. With dry sanding, 2 brooms should be done pretty quick. Although back here it's kind of shaded. Guys, we just got done sanding. We got a lot of high spots all over. It looks like this. That's kind of like how they had it before. That's not how it's supposed to be. The sand is supposed to be like a 1/4 inch underneath where the pavers meet. It's not supposed to look like a checkerboard like this. Look like grout. That is not the correct way. Look over here, you can see it. See all that white stuff? It's not supposed to be like that. I don't know why some customers think it's supposed to look like that. I can't see the sand. Like, you're not supposed to see it like that. So we're gonna blow it off. We're gonna use that little broom right there to get the corners. Make sure that everything is leveled. And then we're gonna start putting the sealer. We started putting the sand down like around 318. So now we're gonna use the blower to blow the excess off. Use the small broom the one has to knock out the corners and make everything level. And then we're gonna add our sealer. Give it about 25 minutes or so before we add our second coat. Y'all stay tuned. Okay, time to put our sealer down. Show you guys the difference now. compared to all the white sand spots that you saw earlier. Sometimes you may still have a couple. You just get them as you're going along with the small broom. And sometimes some joints are just bigger than others, so it stands out more. And that's fine. There's nothing you can really do about that. It's just how the pavers were set. You're gonna have bigger joints in some areas. So we're gonna add our first coat now, and then give it about 30 minutes, and then we'll do our second coat.
Yeah, the dog. Yeah. They want to spill everything on the broom. Let me see if I can find another outlet.
Yeah, should be one of front.
I already know what you're finna try to do. You just want to get the first coat on.
You found it? Everything you was looking for. Alright guys, we just got done putting down the first coat. We're gonna let that sit and dry for about 30 minutes. And then we're gonna go back and do a second coat to make everything pop. See what time we start. We stopped 4:36. So give it about 5:05. We'll be putting down the second coat. Starting to dry up over there where the sun is over here behind this tree. So it may take a little longer for it to dry, but either way we'll put 2 coats down to make sure everything is nice and shining. And we'll show you guys a recap after the second coat. What we're looking like over here, it's drying up right here in the middle. It's gonna take its sweet time. We'll wait right along with it. It's actually drying up pretty well underneath there too. All right, we got our first coat down. You guys can see the reflection. It's drying right now. This side I just rolled with my roller. It was taking a little too long to dry, and we're losing daylight. I even give it a little bit longer. Of course, my watch always make me look silly. Give it a little longer, almost 5:30. So I'm gonna do my light coat now. Under there is drying pretty fast because we got the fan on over there. So you can see over there is drying pretty good. Over here, like I said, I just rolled this area. That was the last part I sprayed before we stopped. So the first part I sprayed is already drying up. I'm gonna do my light coat now, and we'll just leave it to dry overnight. Straight and forward.
got the second coat down. I am not gonna stand here to wait for it to dry to give y'all a look after. I don't know, maybe I'll come by here another day and shoot y'all a little update, but I'm not staying here. We're not staying. It's 5:30. It's drying up nicely though. You guys saw what it looked like on the first coat. When it started drying up, it's gonna look like that when it's done, a little bit better. So even over there, it's starting to dry up from the little bit of rays of sun that's getting there. They're gonna leave the ceiling fan on overnight. It's gonna dry up all day tomorrow. We got no rain on the radar, so should be pretty good, man. Well, that's it. That's how you strip, sand, and seal. Hope y'all learned something new. If you haven't, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. If you got any questions, just ask. Appreciate all the support. You know, watch my other videos. I do a lot of sealing videos, and I do step by step, and I show everybody my processes. I don't hide nothing. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.